Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel, Live Free with Mikey. Today we're going to be jumping into one of my favorite topics right now, which is NFTs. Now, you guys already know I love crypto. I love everything crypto. But today we're actually going to be jumping into NFTs because there's a lot of hype around these things right now. There's a lot of people talking about NFTs. A lot of people don't know what it is. It's super new and it's super exciting right now for everybody. Now, NFT stands for non-fungible token. Now, if you're like most people, you don't know what that means. Well, non-fungible means two things can't be replaced. They're not the same. They don't equal the same. Like, for instance, if you take these two $20 bills here, these are fungible. Meaning if I have this 20 or if I have this 20, it doesn't matter, they're both worth $20. I could have this one or I could have this one, I don't really care. Something non-fungible means something that can't be replaced. Like, for instance, let's take something like the Mona Lisa. There's only one Mona Lisa. There's only one copy of the Mona Lisa, original copy that exists. You can't just take another copy, print it out on paper, and then make that equal the same value as the first Mona Lisa. Mona Lisa is worth what it's worth because there's only one in existence ever. Now, to understand the T in NFT, the token part, we first have to understand how the blockchain works and how NFTs interact with each other. Now, what the blockchain is it actually works similarly to a bank, but without actually requiring the bank. If you're like most people, every day you swipe your debit card or your credit card at a store when you're wanting to buy something. Now, what the bank does with that is they actually check and confirm you actually have enough money in your bank account, and then after they do that, they send the money to whoever you're buying something from, and then they get the money and then they give you the goods you bought. The same thing happens with cryptocurrency and the blockchain, but instead of it being banks, it's actually a worldwide network of computers that do this stuff. So how a basic blockchain transaction works is person A sends crypto to person B. That's the end of the transaction there. Now, it gets a little bit more complicated when you add NFTs into the mix. So with that, there's actually more of an exchange. So it's person A sends money to person B, and person B sends the NFT to person A. This all happens in one transaction though. Alright, so now that we understand the basics of how NFTs work and the basics of blockchain, now we can actually talk about the uses and why NFTs even exist. So in the most simplest form, an NFT is basically just a digital picture. It can be a digital picture of anything. But in that case, why would people even want to pay money for a digital picture and they can just screenshot it on their phone and have it forever? Well, because with NFTs, you have more than just a picture. You have actual proof and ownership of owning the picture. You can prove to anybody all across the world that you own the picture you have. You own the image. Now, why does that even matter? Why do you even want to show you have ownership in a picture? Well, that's because sometimes NFTs are more than just pictures. Sometimes these NFTs have what's called utility. Now, utility in NFTs is actually something that does something, basically. So your NFT can actually do something. So sometimes it's you get access to exclusive clubs or events or different things like that, or sometimes it's you get income from these certain NFTs. There's a bunch of different things you can do with NFTs. Like maybe you've heard of one of the biggest NFT projects out there right now called the Bored Ape Yacht Club. Now, simply, these are just pictures of monkeys, right? But they're more than just that. The Bored Ape Yacht Club is actually an exclusive group and has exclusive events with a bunch of famous people. Some of these famous people are Post Malone, Steph Curry, Logan Paul, Jimmy Kimmel, and many, many more famous people like that. Now, you might be thinking, well, how can I get one of these? Well, it's a little bit difficult, right? So actually, there's a thing called floor price when you go into NFTs. The floor price is the cheapest you can get one of these NFTs for. Now, the floor price of Bored Ape Yacht Club, you might think, what is it? Well, it's about $240,000 of the time of recording this video. Now, that's a lot of money, and why would anybody want to pay that much? Well, because like I said before, you get access to all these exclusive groups of people, you get events, and they throw parties and things like that. So, you know, some people think that's worth it and they go for that. There's only 10,000 of these things, right? So that's why they could be worth $240,000. Only 10,000 total people can own this particular collection of NFTs. Surprisingly enough, nowadays, NFTs have kind of become a symbol of status nowadays. You know, just being able to show that you have a picture of a monkey, people know automatically that you spent at least $240,000 or more on these NFTs. So they kind of become a symbol of status. But anyways, guys, I kind of just went into basic detail about what NFTs are and what they do, but there's many, many more things you can do with NFTs than just what I talked about. Like sometimes you can do royalties on NFTs, which just means that every time there's a secondary sale on the market, that the creator and even maybe the holders of the NFTs get some of the income back from that it makes. And there's many more things you can do with these NFTs than just, you know, it being a picture and events and things like that. But anyways, guys, that's pretty much it for what I have for you today. If you have any more questions or comments, please leave them in the comment box in the description. You know, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends if they want to learn about NFTs. If you guys want me to go more in depth about certain things in NFTs, I'll be glad to make another video on it. Just comment telling me you want it. If you want me to show you guys how to buy your first NFT or go over maybe some of the NFTs I own, I'd be happy to do that. Send me a comment, send me a DM. I'll be sure to answer any questions. Otherwise, guys, this has been Live Free with Mikey.